been record shopping in Cardiff. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to this haul video. So today is Wednesday, November the 1st as I record this, and as you can probably tell by the bad lighting, the echo and the surroundings, I'm in a hotel room, and as you can tell by the title of my introduction, I'm in Cardiff. For those of you who don't know, which will be most of you, I went to university in Cardiff between 1993 and 1996. Had a lovely time here. Really love the city. I have only been back once since before today, which was for a Paul McCartney concert at the Millennium Stadium, as it was then, Principality Stadium as it is now. And on that day, obviously the priority was the concert, so we drove in, parked up slightly outside the city centre, walked through the city centre, found a pub to have food, and went to the gig. So I didn't see that much of the city then. So really this is the first time I've been back in 28 years properly to reacquaint myself with my former home. And I came down yesterday on the train, got here about 3:45, checked into my hotel, which is right in the middle of the city centre, really good location, and had a little scoot around the city. Being Halloween, it was very busy with lots of students in fancy dress getting ready for nights out. So I grabbed some food, came back to my hotel room, I bought some alcohol, had a few drinks, watched a bit of telly, went to bed. Today I had arranged to meet my friend Craig Huntley, who lives just in Bridgend, which is just outside Cardiff. He came in and met me. Got in about 9:20. We met up, dumped stuff in my hotel room, and went out record shopping basically, and other shopping as well. Craig bought quite a few bits. I bought a new hat. But yes, basically bought a fair bit. We had breakfast in McDonald's, but then the first record shop we went to was the Oxfam Books and Music, which was 90% books. They had a few albums that I would have picked up if they were like £1, but they were $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, and I didn't really want to spend that sort of money on them. I mean, you'll laugh when I show you how much I've bought, but I'm being fairly picky because space is becoming a bit of an issue. But, you know, I would have risked £1 on them, but I didn't want to spend more. Anyway, so I didn't pick up anything in there. Then we went to Spillers. So Spillers is the oldest record shop in the world. Well, that is their claim anyway. They were established in 1894. They've had various premises since then. They've moved since I knew where they were. I always loved going to Spillers when I was at university here. It was an experience. They only sell new CDs and vinyl. I don't recall them having much vinyl back in 1996 to 1998. They must have had, I'm sure they had some, but I wasn't buying really vinyl. I bought the odd Prince bit, but that was the only vinyl I bought. But I bought a fair few CDs from them, and what they always did, and so thrilled to see they still do, is they don't put the actual CDs out on display. They have photocopies of the covers in thin sleeves, cardboard backed, and they put those out because it's only a small shop. It's even smaller than it used to be, so it means they can put more in. The only difference is back in my day they were black and white photocopies and now they're colour copies. But that was nice to see. But we had a fair bit of vinyl, but as I say, all new, which, when I'm on that sort of shop, you know, if I've got a specific new vinyl I'm looking for, that's fine. But if I'm out record shopping, really, it's pre-loved I'm interested in, because you never know what you're going to find. Whereas with new, it's pretty much the same everywhere. But I I wanted to get something anyway, and B, they had a record that I've been considering getting for a while. I did also buy a tote bag. Not that I needed one, but I'm sort of collecting them, and you know, Spillers holds a special place in my heart. So this was £36.99. It's a double album, £7 for the bag. Had a nice little chat about my Prince t-shirt to the lady there, and so it's shrink wrapped, but it was open because they keep the actual records behind the counter. But yes, this is the Train Spotting soundtrack. Had on CD ever since it came out, but been on the lookout for a vinyl copy. Love this soundtrack. You've got Iggy Pop's Lust for Life, Brian Eno's Deep Blue Day, Primal Scream's Train Spotting, Sleeper's cover of Blondie's Atomic, New Order Temptation, Iggy Pop Night Clubbing, Blur's Magnificent Sing, Lou Reed's Perfect Day, Pulp's Mile End, which is only on this, Bedrock featuring KYO for What You Dream Of, Elastica's 2 to 1, Left Field's A Final Hit, Born Slippy Nux by Underworld, and Closet Romantic by Damon Albarn, which again is exclusive to this. Yeah. So two vinyl sets, just black vinyl. There was an orange vinyl release of this, but that was very limited. Polyline sleeves as well. Nice custom labels with the characters on. So yeah, glad to have picked that up. And to have been to Spillers, which, as I say, was a big part of my teenage years, well, late teenage and early 20s while I was here. Then we went to Kelly's Records, which is in the main Cardiff market. Kelly's was here 28 years ago. I used to have a look on there occasionally. Not sure I ever bought anything from them, but they've sort of, over the years, it was only quite small then. I believe it got even smaller. Now it's massive. It occupies 3 or 4 stalls in the market. It's upstairs. There's an upstairs veranda, terrace, whatever you want to call it, bit round the outside. And it's permanent structure. But yeah, picked up loads there. Most bar 2, I think, of this is Prince related. A lot of its stuff I've sort of been looking out for quite a long time. So let's go through this. First thing I found was actually a CD single, and this is the 3-inch CD single for Prince's I Wish You Heaven from a Love Sexy album. So I didn't already have this. This was £15. Cute little 3-inch CD. So this has got I Wish You Heaven parts 1, 2 and 3 on it, which is basically it's not just a remix of I Wish You Heaven, but it's pretty much a completely new song. Part 1 is the album version, and then it just goes off and onto lots of different tangents. But yeah, really happy to have found that. Okay, so yeah, most of this, if not all, was in the soul, or funk and soul, or whatever it was section, which is actually the first section of vinyl I looked at. Pretty cheap, all of it, which is why I was happy to pick them up. But as I say, pretty much all Prince related in one way or another. So this is LaToya Jackson's album Heart Don't Lie. You can see a bit of sleeve damage. So this was £5. I'll talk about the price at the end. A bit of wear there. On Epic, didn't bother checking the vinyl at those prices. You know, it's there's marks on it, but nothing that should affect play. I was a bit put off when I was actually buying all this to see that they were cleaning the records with Blue Roll. I don't know if you know what Blue Roll is. If you work in retail or catering or anything like that, you know what Blue Roll is. But it's basically, you know, when you go in shops and they got those big blue kitchen roll type things, it's that. It's fairly abrasive. It's not what I would use to clean records, but they obviously do, and they're obviously happy in doing it that way. But my reason for purchase on this is that track 4 on side 1 is a cover of Prince's Private Joy. Also £5 is Jesse Johnson, Shockadelica. So Jesse Johnson was in The Time, Prince's spin-off band, and worked extensively with Prince around then. Stayed friends with him after the Time split, and when he released this album on A&M, this was really dusty. Otherwise, not too bad. He sort of said to Prince, you know, what do you think of the album? He said, yeah, the album's great, but how can you have an album called with a great title like Shockadelica and not have a song of that name on it? And then Prince went off and wrote a song called Shockadelica, which became a B-side to I Wish You Heaven. Not I Wish You Heaven. If I Was Your Girlfriend, I believe. Sly Stone guests on this as well. But yeah, I've got another Jesse Johnson album at home, so happy to pick this up, and say only a £5. This is Good Question by Good Question, which was £4. Quite a few of these have got a bit of tapes on them, bits off tape on them rather. And this is on Paisley Park, Prince's record label. I can't remember off the top of my head if there's any direct involvement other than thank yous, same management, and it was recorded at Paisley Park. No, there's no credits. No songwriting credits or anything for Prince on it. But he must have liked him for a start to sign him to his record label. And I do want to get, you know, any Paisley Park albums that I can. And as I say, it was only £4. This is Heart of Gold by Carol Davis, which was £5. So I picked this up. It's got no direct Prince involvement, but Carol Davis wrote for Prince. The song Slow Love on Sign of the Times was a co-write with Carol Davis. Pretty certain there's no direct. No, there's not. Nile Rodgers produced this as well, so it should be good. Nice. Custom poly-lined inner. You know, I wouldn't have spent lots of money on this, but £5 definitely worth a punt. Not in great condition, but £4. Morris Day's Colour of Success. So I do have another Morris Day album, the one that followed this, can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. This has got the Oak Tree in, which was a bit of a hit, not over here, but in the States. I believe this was the first one he did after he left The Time. Again, nothing terrible. It needs a proper clean. But all looks decent enough. Again, it's got the original inner. So this is not Prince related in any way. This is James Brown, Pure Dynamite. All new, recorded on the spot with dynamic James Brown on the stage at the famous Royal Theatre. Includes Oh Baby Don't You Weep, Please Please Please. Vivid Sound. This was £10. Always happy to pick up a bit of James. Nice gatefold. On Polydor with the custom James Brown label. Yeah, again some light marking. one bit. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can. Just where my thumb is. You can see where the light catches it a bit different. There's something there, but I don't. Doesn't look or feel deep. So whatever it is, probably be okay. And it's old enough to be decent vinyl. So as you can see, the more expensive, I mean it was only tenner, but more expensive vinyl came with sleeves. This is very much Prince related. So this is the fairly recent 2016, I think. There's no date on there. Reissue of Parade by Prince and Revolution. This was the only one of those reissues that I didn't already have. H&V sell it for £10. This was £25. H&V sell it for 35. So I've never got round to picking it up because it's never been in there free for 55 or anything like that. Interestingly, it's got the hype sticker both front and back. Something's giving me severe deja vu now, but I've already bought this and put it out, but I'm 99.9% certain I haven't really. Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't know what was making me think that. But yeah, brand new vinyl, so immaculate. Bit of dust from the inner sleeve where it's not polylined, but otherwise perfect. Also not Prince related, Stevie Wonder with A Song in My Heart. This was £5. I think this is an original album rather than a compilation. Don't know why this had an inner sleeve when it's only a £5, but not going to complain. Bit of wear to the sleeve. Plain inner on Tamla Motown. That's pretty much perfect. Feels a bit light, which makes me think it might be a reissue. I might be wrong. A couple of the solo albums from Vanity, who was Vanity 6 was the band Prince put together. Then Vanity left and they became Apollonia 6, and that's who's in Purple Rain. So this was a £5 for Skin on Skin. Don't really know what her solo albums are like. I'm sure they're not going to blow my mind. But nice to have. Polylined inner on Motown. Bit fingerprinty, but otherwise fine. And Wild Animal, which is also a £5, but this gets a sleeve. It's a cut-out copy. Again, no direct Prince involvement. Very nice picture. Yeah, this is quite marked. Particularly on that side. It's going to show up. No, it's not going to show up. We'll see on that. That might affect play even. It's quite deep. No, can't see it. This next title I actually had 2 copies of. It's something I've sort of been on the lookout for a while. I remember seeing a fair bit back when I was, funnily enough, when I was here in the late 90s. But never got then. I'll sort that in a minute. This is Royal Blue by Tyka Nelson, and Tyka Nelson is Prince's sister. So yeah, they had 2 copies. One was £2, one was £3. I got the £3 one because the sleeve is better. Again, no Prince involvement, and in fact I believe they fell out a bit because of this at the time. Just noticed Larry Graham's got a credit on this, which I didn't know. I'm guessing it's bass, keyboard, strings and drum programming, Larry Graham, so I'm guessing it is the Larry Graham. There's also involvement from Ricky Peterson and David Z, who worked with Prince. The Steels are on here, who worked with Prince after this. It's very much a Minneapolis album with people who at one time or another worked with Prince on it. And he gets a thank on it. But yeah, nice to finally add that to the collection. Then we have Patti LaBelle's Be Yourself, which was £5. So this has got If You Asked Me To, which was also on the License to Kill soundtrack, but more importantly it's got Yo Mister, which was written and produced by Prince. Yeah, a little bit dirty, but nothing major. And then finally, I can finally stop looking at Millie Jackson albums. This was £5. Every time I see a Millie Jackson album, I have a look on it to see if it's the one with her cover of Prince's I Want to Be Your Lover on it. And turns out this was the one. So yeah, track 2 on this. Drops the I for some reason, it's just Want to Be Your Lover. So I did double check, but yeah, it's credited as a Prince track on the label. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. So yeah, that was 5, 10, 13, 18, 23, 28, 38, 42, 47, 51, 56, 61, 76, 96, 101. Yeah, so that came to £101. He said, I'll do that for 95 for you. Is that okay? I said, yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. Then he asked if I wanted a bag. I had bags with me, but I like, where possible, to pick up totes from the shops I go to. They had various colours. I opted for a blue Kelly's Records tote. So he charged me a £5 for that, so it was £100 all in, which was a decent enough deal. Happy with that, and yeah, really pleased to have picked up a lot of these. A lot of these are albums I've been looking for, just for one track on a lot of them, but never found to have. So to have found them all in one shop on one day was just really perfect for me. Yeah, that was all I bought. Vinyl wise, we went to various other shops. We went to some geeky shops. Forbidden Planet International, TV and movie shop, which I might go back to tomorrow to pick up some TARDIS slippers. A couple of bookshops, various other, places here and there that Craig wanted to go in, or we both wanted to have a look in. There was another record shop that we wanted to go to. I can't remember what it's called now. It's literally on a road off of the main street, Queen Street. We went to try and find it, couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to look again, and it's one of these shops that's appointment only. So not having made an appointment, we couldn't go in. So that was a no-no. A few of the other shops, one of the bookshops had some vinyl in, but nothing. It was a very weird mix. It was either really hardcore dance music or charity shop fodder easy listening, and sort of nothing in between or very little in between. That was a strange one. But yeah, really pleased with my haul today. Tomorrow I'm on my own, but there's a couple of shops that weren't open today back in another part of Cardiff, which is actually where I lived for my third year of university, that I want to visit, and another one a bit further afield. Again, I want to hit. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. So, providing they're fruitful, there will be another video for those. Craig did also bring down some more DVDs and Blu-rays. You may recall I've done a couple of haul videos of stuff he's bought me. Basically, if he wants to watch something, he'll try and find it cheap on DVD or Blu-ray, watch it. He's one of these people who watches all the extras on DVDs, Blu-rays, etc. When he's done with them, he says to me, "Do you want this?" And I'll either say yes or no. Either I've already got it or it just doesn't interest me at all. But if neither of those apply, then I'll say yes, please. And he's bought me a few more that he's watched since I saw him a couple of months ago. So quickly, we've got the complete season 2 of Sons of Anarchy on Blu-ray. Can't remember if he's already given me season 1 or not. As with all these, if he hasn't, then I'll find that first. Vampire Diaries complete 5th season. I've already got 1 to 4 from him. Again on Blu-ray. Tales from the Crypt season 6 and 7. Again 1 to 5. He's already given me. Sexy Beast. This is actually a CD. It's meant to also include a DVD, but he says it's not in here, but I'm not worried about that. No, definitely not in there. But it's more of the music that I was interested in anyway. This is Ben Folds, Songs for Silverman. So this and this, a couple of days ago on local Facebook, somebody was advertising big bag of DVDs and Blu-rays free of charge, just go and collect it, and he did. And a lot of it was worthless rubbish, and some stuff was missing discs, like that, but not that. And he said to me, "Okay, do you want any of this?" And those were the 2 that I was interested in. And finally, season 7 and 8 of Family Guy. Haven't got any other Family Guy. Obviously, it really doesn't matter with these. They can be watched out of sequence, I'm pretty certain. So, thank you as ever, Craig. Lovely spending the day with you today, as I've already told you. After Craig headed home, I took the opportunity to go down to Cardiff Bay, which wasn't really a thing back when I was here. It was sort of were starting to do it up, ready for the millennium, but 1998, as I say, I left, so it wasn't quite there yet. It was a bit of a Torchwood pilgrimage for me. If you're not familiar, Torchwood was a spin-off from Doctor Who, starring John Barrowman as Captain Jack Harkness, and it was the Torchwood hub was based in Cardiff Bay, and it featured a lot in the series. So I wandered down there. You've got the big Millennium Concert Hall, or whatever it's called, that you'll see in this photo now. And then directly in front of this is this big monolith, which in Torchwood marks the hub. It's also in Doctor Who. It's because there's a rift in time and space there, and the TARDIS goes there to charge up, and they end up building Torchwood beneath it. But this is me. You can't really see the scope of this monolith, but this is me in front of it. One of the characters in Torchwood, Yanto, very beloved character, doesn't make it through the series, and there's a shrine to him that's become a permanent fixture in the bay. So I went round to have a look at that, and here's some pictures of it. and then finally just a shot of the bay because it's a lovely looking place. But yeah, that was nice. Had some dinner there, headed back to my hotel, recorded this, and that was pretty much my day. So yes, tomorrow my intention is to visit my old house from when I lived here and see what I can see of my old halls of residence. And certainly back when I was here, there was security that had stopped non-students going in. I'm sure that's still the case, but I should be able to see bits of it from the road anyway. Just reminisce a bit. As I say, I mean, there's 3 record shops that I want to try and get into. I mean, I want to do some normal shopping, souvenir-y type stuff as well in the city centre again. But we'll see. If not, I'll do that before I go on Friday. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Half an hour, that should do. Hopefully, as I say, there'll be another video with tomorrow's haul. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.